Welcome back. My name's Kai. I'm Kai Life. This is Josh, who's not only my best bud, but he's my best chess bud. And we're back here playing another game of chess using the wonderful Chessnut Go. I love this thing. So listen, with this beautifully thin board, by the way, check out the link in the top right hand corner of the video right now if you want to see my full review of it, and if you want some money off your very own Chessnut Go, then click on the link in the description. Use code KaiLife at chessnuttech.com, I think is the website. All right. Well, on this day we've played one game already. Did you put that there purposely?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I was decorating it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It was like a prize for whoever gets to the middle of the board.
So we're going to play a game, and then what we do is at the end of it, I'm going to go through an analysis of the game with you using the fact that the Chessnut Go records the entire game, and then I can just export the PGN and we can do a deep dive analysis of it and see what Stockfish has to say about the quality of our game. And the answer to that ultimately will be not very much.
No.
I won't have very many good things to say.
No, not about mine at least. Let's put this somewhere here because the sun is in my face.
Hey, that's true. Okay, are we ready? Are we not ready?
I think we're...
Cinque.
Oh, whoops.
Yes!
Beep.
And off you go. All right, game number 2. Are you done? Oh, this is great. Okay.
I love it.
Brilliant.
We love art.
Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me feel this way. Ooh, better.
I'll just put that there.
You put that there. Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Ba ba ba. Bam ba-da-doo, ba-da-ba.
Yes. What will it be?
No, I don't know yet about that actually.
will it
Be the wee, tremendously so much be the wee.
What will it be?
Okay, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually I don't want that one there.
What are you counting?
I'm counting the extent to which this square is under attack right now, and you have 4 attackers for that square, and I presently have just 3.
Well, you'd better do something about that.
Now I have 4.
Wow. It's exciting.
Isn't that?
What a thrill.
That's nice. I like what you did.
Snug.
It is snug.
I don't know if you can see this, but my legs are going crazy under the table. Caffeine has gone straight
really?
to both my legs. They're pedaling. It's part excitement for the game and part mostly caffeine.
It mostly comes when you drink coffee.
Mostly.
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 Oh, I don't know what to do here.
Peggy Mosley.
That's true.
Yeah,
I need to just get on with this.
true. Love that.
Again, I've just wasted far too much time.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's one thing that Josh has like hugely improved on, is your time management.
Thanks, babes. Now I suggest you move that.
I mean, you would, wouldn't you? You would say that.
Put it somewhere safe. There we go, love that. That's fantastic.
You love that, don't you?
That's fantastic, by the way.
That's tremendously tucking about.
Does your horse want some? It's going to get some.
Yeah, well,
Oh, he wants to exchange the bishops.
I don't necessarily want to exchange the bishops.
Well, you clearly do.
That's wrong. I don't want to. I just want to, I just want to remind you of who you're dealing with. Say my name. You're goddamn right.
Big size from both players.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do there.
Put that horse here.
No, I don't like that move. I don't think that's not good. That's not a useful move for me, really.
All right, I tried.
Just loses me an extra piece. Okay. That's true.
Hey, I don't like whatever that was. Sneaky. You're a sneaky boy.
Rook E8.
Rook E8.
It's in the game.
He ate it up.
I can't let that happen.
No, you can't let that happen.
I can't be encouraging that kind of behaviour.
Oh no, mustn't.
Not on my watch, Not while I'm watching.
Not while I'm wearing a watch.
Hey, it's a nice one too.
No.
Josh has 8:33 left on the clock and I have 6:29. I'm massively down.
Pondering my opciones.
But in this little mini-series, in the previous video, Josh won. Josh won on time, which is annoying because I was in the stronger position, but that doesn't matter. I lost because I didn't manage my time properly. And also I blundered my queen. There's tension, isn't there?
Oh. Okay. Well, we can do swapsies if you like.
Do you like your position at the moment?
No. No, not even in the least.
Oh, okay. This is a risky strat.
Stratocaster?
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Diddle a bit.
Look at all that clouds.
It's a lovely blue sky day now.
Look at that one, that's where God is.
That's true. Crazy. Almost both used half our time. And only 3 pieces have fallen yet. We both lost a knight. I'm up a pawn.
Pawn!
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to engage in that level of tomfoolery, quite honestly.
Excellent. Call this space.
I know. There's a lot of tension, though.
What is it?
It's a silly move.
That was a silly move?
Well, sorry, I haven't made a mistake.
Oh.
I've missed an opportunity
Oh.
that I saw as soon as I let go of the bishop. And we'll see in the analysis. So after this game, we're going to do a review by way of chess.com's game review. And you can see just how many blunders, misses, great moves, and brilliance. None. Okay, all right. Well, let's get that out of here. We're here now. Started at the bottom. Now
we out here.
Out here, brothers. I really need to get my pieces into play. Okay, he's on moves. He's on maneuvers. I don't really see what you're trying to make happen over there.
That's because nothing is happening in my brain.
4:27 left on the clock. 5:50 flat. 5:50 flat. Okay. And the earth shook.
If only you could see my legs right now.
Oh, it's just all a little bit.
It's a bit of a crusty stalemate at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It's a little bit of a crustacean. Oh, I can't even do what I want to do with that. Oh, this is so awkward.
Be good if you could move two pieces at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not allowed though. That's illegal.
That's contraband. Do you want to put that ball?
I'm going to pop that ball. There.
Had to be done, didn't it, really?
Yes, yes, correct.
That was just too much. You've also just destroyed my pawn structure now. I'm also just doing terrible for time again. Gonna be really annoyed if I end up in the same situation, right? Okay.
Bye.
Bye now. Come again another
See you later.
day. Okay, well there's no saving. There's no saving that. That's a goner.
It's a gooner.
Josh has 4 minutes. I have 2:16.
What have I got? I've got these, and you've got the same. All right then.
It's a nice move. Okay. Do be careful. I would have quite liked that piece.
Sorry, it's mine.
You're not sorry.
That was a lie.
Josh has 2:37. I have 1:29.
Was it here?
No, next to the pawn.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a good move.
Shall we do it? Shall we do it?
I don't know.
I don't have time for this. Oh man.
Oh no. No, don't accept that
Sorry,
as my move.
It's so,
Yeah, I know.
fuck. Goodness sake.
Oh, you could have just taken it with your rook.
Oh, fudge brownie, man.
Check.
That's it. Time.
No. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
What's that? It was just like not quite zero.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, there was a horrible part, the horrible toxic part of my brain that was going to be like, oh right, that's right. Oh, you lose. GG's, bro. You got two wins.
GG's. Oh, that was hairy. That was so stressful.
So stressful, man. Right. Well, stick around. If I was you, why stick around? And you can see what the analysis says for that game. Damn. All right, welcome back. So game 2 in this 5-game mini-series. And I mean, it couldn't have started any worse for me, really. 2 games and 2 defeats. 2 defeats on time, but I say the same thing that I said in the first video, which is a loss on time is a loss. So GG's to Josh. GG's to Josh. Let's see how it unfolded then. So Josh was playing with white and I was playing with the black pieces. We get started, and within you know the first 3 moves on Josh's second move, he's brought out the queen. Now Josh loves doing this. He loves bringing out the queen early. And this is the kind of thing that, you know, it was kind of scary for me at first. When I started playing chess properly about 3 months ago, it was scary at first. Because you see the queen come out and you start wondering what it's going to do. But now, obviously, you just start thinking, right, how can I attack it? Anyway, we continue development. Everything is fairly equal here. The eval bar likes my position generally. Best move there. Engine hates that retreat, by the way, and wants the pawn to take and just get rid of that threat straight up. And then back to miss from me, because I should be attacking this pawn, which would attack the queen, and it's defended by the knight. Anyway, missed that in the opening. So everything is... We're just making mistakes aplenty. Anyway, that bishop is a bad move. It actually wants me to move my a pawn to a5, and I guess start to attack that retreated bishop, but I don't. And so big swing towards Josh here, and then Josh castles, which eval bar doesn't like either. Wanted a pawn push to e5. Anyway, doesn't get it. An inaccuracy from me to castle. So you can see it's just a whole load of messes right now. Best move from Josh here. Best move. And that retreat is an inaccuracy. Instead wanted me to retreat the bishop here to e7. Rather than just back off. But on we go, an inaccuracy from Josh, according to the engine, to g5. So one more square threatening the, or knight, rather pinning the knight to the queen would have been the one to go for. Didn't go for that. And I offer a bishop trade. As I say in the game here, I'm not actually necessarily looking for a trade here. I'm just threatening. Anyway, on we go. Inaccuracy from Josh. Still wants this pin That's what the engine wants from Josh here. I retreat the knight, make sure that my knight stays safe, and it now gets rid of that pin to the queen. And an accuracy from Josh. Eval bar, look at this. We're at 0.2. It's a very slight advantage for Josh that after my rook move becomes a slight more of an advantage. A mistake from Josh to bring that knight forwards. A little bit of a swing to me. And then the engine says this is a great move, Kai Life. Great move. Eval Barn likes that. Obviously, he has to take with the pawn, which is the best move. Engine's decided I'm slightly up in this position. Bring the knight forwards. Pawn comes forwards here, which is a blunder. A huge swing in the eval bar. So instead, the engine wanted the queen to just move along one square, and I mean, threatening to create this battery, and just a little bit more sight lines, I guess, over the center and the right hand side of the board. But either way, that's a blunder. I follow it up with a miss, because what it wanted instead there was for me to take this pawn, which I didn't do. And the eval bar still in my favor, but that's a miss. On we go. Inaccuracy from Josh. Mistake from me. This is just full of mistakes. This being a miss, but obviously you can understand why Josh has done it, because it's threatening the queen. I can't take, so I just move the queen out the way. The engine decides that's a great move. I'm not quite sure why that's considered a great move. Obviously, I'm not going to take the bishop or leave it in harm's way. An inaccuracy from Josh, and the eval bar at the moment, we're at minus 3.6. And then a miss. So here, wants me to take here. And this is, in fact, I think this is possibly the time when I called. I think I called it on the stream. And as soon as I moved the bishop, I said, oh. As soon as I took my fingers off the bishop, I realised it was not the move I wanted. That was the move that I had been looking at. To double the pawns, threaten the rook. Rook can't take the pawn because it's defended by the queen. So I was aware of that at the time. And you see the eval bar just swings wildly back to even. So big mistake. And at this point, I don't know if Josh realised suddenly this was under threat, but suddenly this is quite nice. Threats here, threats here, threats here, eventually threats here as well. So that's quite nasty looking. And so I decide just to get rid of the bishop. Engine doesn't like it, actually. Engine likes queen c7, so just to move along one to threaten this pawn, which is a free pawn. That's the best move from Josh. That is a mistake. That suddenly swings the game hugely in Josh's favour. So instead, it wanted knight to e4 here. Now, the knight's defended by the pawns, so the queen can't take. We've got the bishop as well. So I wonder what the idea here is. Knight to e4. So we swing here. Bishop, if takes, then takes. I mean, that's... Yeah, it's a free pawn for the queen there, but I guess it gets it out of sight of here anyway. This is a huge mistake, and Josh doesn't capitalize. So that was what the engine wanted. The engine wanted that to get rid of the pawn, bring the king out, and then that makes this rank horrendous, or rather this file, sorry, horrendous, especially if Josh can find a way to get the rooks over there. But anyway, none of that happens. Inaccuracy moving the queen forward. I had a little chuckle at this during the game because that move didn't seem to make any sense to me whatsoever. A mistake moving this pawn up. Game is still wildly in Josh's favour. And then Josh finds the best move here, by the way. Brilliant stuff from Josh to find king g2. Mistake. And at this point, this is now mate in 7. Mate in 7 in this position. But we don't get there. Now, this is considered a good move. It's not the best, but it's a good move. And Josh now finding a way, indeed, to swing it over. So now this is the big threat big threats, but now, you know, I mean, this is huge trouble for me. So little lift lines up the queen, which is an inaccuracy. Now pawn comes forward, and it's the best move. Obviously, it helps to block that entire file. Inaccuracy from Josh to threaten the knight. Inaccuracy from me to bring that out. Still wants me to swing this over to here. Mistake. And that mistake suddenly evens up the game. How insane is that? That simple knight move, that innocuous looking knight move, has suddenly put the eval bar at actually a slight advantage for me, which is crazy how much of a swing that was. So the best move there was actually g4, was actually pushing this pawn to attack this pawn and to start getting back to control of this file. Anyway, this is a miss. So even though it swung back to equal, that was a miss. This was a mistake. Even though I'm like, oh, free pawn, actually wants me to push this pawn and lift. Now, what it's trying to do, and this is the reason why I bought this bishop over here in the first place, was to eventually try and move this pawn and have a discovered check. But anyway, I saw the free pawn. I thought, take the free pawn. Engine didn't like it. And Josh finds the best move, threatening my bishop. I say threatening my bishop. My bishop is lost in this position. So I know that I can retake the knight with the queen. So instead, I just think I'll get my rook into play. Engine says that's not very good. And again, puts everything back into Josh. Now, what's crazy here is this is not the right move. That's not the right move. Look at the eval bar here. 4.1 plus 4.1 for Josh. That move puts us close to even. So rook ae1. So rook to here, threatening the knight, which is hanging, and generally just bringing another attacker to the party, is the good play there. Instead, obviously, we just have a bit of a trade. Then brings arguably the wrong rook over, and look at how much that bar swings. Now, Josh and I had a conversation IRL about this today whilst we were playing over the board at IRL, about making sure that you move the correct rook, you know, the right rook. And he moved the wrong one. He moved the wrong one here. Nevertheless, I move. That is an inaccuracy. Would rather that I just pull the queen back to guard. But the eval bar is still nice and level. That is a mistake that suddenly puts the eval bar into my favour. G4 marked as best. So still this pawn push here. Still trying to get in here, threaten this, take, and then the queen is in with this bishop threatening horrendously, this rook coming down. All of that's horrendous. Weakening this was crucial for Josh, really. An inaccuracy from me still wants me to get this queen to be able to come out to play here. And then a miss with that bishop move. And then a miss. Well, and then a miss. Wanted bishop to e2. So wanted the bishop to come here instead. Which also helps to threaten over here. And then a blunder. A full-on blunder by me. So it still wanted just queen c7. So just to still be able to get the queen out of here. Instead, I'm moving the rook. To be honest, I don't even know if I know why I moved the rook there. I think I'm thinking push, and then if takes, then takes, and my rook comes to the party. But I don't know if I've got enough time for that, if Josh finds the right move. Josh finds g4! Josh finds g4! And now things get scary. I play knight because I don't want to take this. I know that this is poo pants time for me. It's poo pants time. It wants me to play d4 instead. It wants me to play this move rather than move the knight. I know that in the moment I'm moving my knight because I'm thinking I just need to find extra defenders for these squares. I just need to get something else over here because my king is in such an awful position. Josh finds
not just the best move, but a great move, and that's finally to start weakening my position. That's a mistake. And again, eval bar swings. So in this position, funnily enough, the engine's like, look, bro, you're just going to lose time trying to repair this damage. So instead, it just wants me to play e5. It just wants me to start now getting out and getting some space. So now Josh is in. Josh has got this, Josh has got this, and Josh has got this. Filthy. I'm not in check yet, but I anticipate I know what's coming. That's the best move. That's an inaccuracy. Immediately wanted the check from Josh there. This is also an inaccuracy, by the way. Wanted queen d7, wanted me to shift the queen over to block against this inevitable move. This was an inaccuracy, but Josh is still way up. Way up. This considered, again, an inaccuracy. Wanted me to actually just swing this all the way over. So in this situation, if takes, then takes, and actually Josh doesn't really have anything here, because if promotion takes, if promote, then takes, and queen is still threatened. So actually, yep, smart move, but I got scared by this promotion, I'm not going to lie. That's an inaccuracy. And it's an inaccuracy because the engine just wants this. And that's very nasty. It's very nasty. It brings my king out into the open. Anyway, an inaccuracy from me. At the moment, we're at plus 8.1. Josh well in the ascendancy. Josh finds an excellent move. Not the best move, but an excellent move. I move, that's an inaccuracy, and suddenly the eval bar says mate in 10. That is an inaccuracy. Again, wants this move to happen. That doesn't happen. I move out the way, offering a trade, which I wanted at this point because that queen is playing absolute havoc, and Josh takes it. Now, Josh says in the game, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to mull up whether this trade is worth it or not. I knew that this got me out of jail. That if we play the queen trade game, it gets me out of jail. And look at how much it does. Check that out. We go from a couple of moves ago, it was mate in 10. And now, actually, I'm up in this position. Engine says minus 0.2. So I am up, which is crazy. Now bear that in mind. We're at mate in 10 here. Move 38. By the time we get to move 40, I'm slightly up. Excellent move from Josh. Retreating the bishop. This is a blunder. This is, for after all of my sort of lucky work, I was going to say good work, but rather lucky work, that's a mistake. And instead wants this to, I'm assuming, to start threatening the pawn once we can get the bishop away, I assume, or maybe it's even to move to here so that I can free the rook, and if this promotes, I just take. That will be the answer. Anyway, that was a blunder, and suddenly we're in Josh's favour again. But Josh has a miss, because this was a free knight, and it would have swung the balance of power. So the game suddenly gives me another bite of the cherry. And it's not a horrendous move, but it is an inaccuracy. I'm still up, and I'm threatening the rook now. That's a mistake that now massively swings the game in my favour. And I find the great move and win the bishop. And suddenly, I'm up. It's minus 5. Now the problem is that, as you saw, I'm massively low on time at this point. So this is a mistake, pushing this rook, obviously. This is a colossal mistake. As soon as this happened, I thought, oh, I can go and attack that rook, and didn't even think about the fact that my knight was hanging. So that was completely stupid. And suddenly, eval bar slightly swings again. I'm still up. That's an inaccuracy, taking that pawn. But it's okay because we're just trading terrible moves right now. This is a mistake, by the way. A5, this is the move right here, which is an interesting one, really, considering that takes and then I have to fuss about with stopping the promotion. This is a mistake. This is the best move. That's an inaccuracy. That's the best move. That is an inaccuracy. This is a miss. How interesting here. At this point, Engine wants me to take for obvious reasons. I then have a passed pawn. Josh has to think about dealing with that. Anyway, that doesn't happen. That's an inaccuracy taken back. This also is an inaccuracy, so it wants me to just get rid of this pawn. This is a mistake. That is a miss, because it wants me to play here rook g2 check, and this is for obvious reasons. Now this is where I ran out of time, but it's so easy to see this after the event, but that is check, obviously cannot take and cannot take, so it has to move out of check, and as soon as that happens, there is a way to win at least one rook and or promote this pawn. So if I hadn't wasted so much time at the start, we might have been okay anyway. Another miss from here. Rook g2 is still the best, obviously, because, you know, takes. And that's the end of the game. I ran out of time. There. Eval bar was -5, but it doesn't matter. A loss is a loss. Doesn't matter if it's time or anything. So, first 2 games in this series of best of 5, it's 2-0 to Josh. Join me for game number 3, where if Josh wins, he wins the whole mini-series. Until then, until the next video, take care, much love, and peace out, chess lovers!